Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. How are we doing today? I know, why would you be here? I know. But I've got a cute little photo to share with you today. I have done the Chibi version, which is going to end up become my icon soon, of my Phantom character. Which was a lot of fun today. I really enjoyed it actually. I simplified her or them quite a bit, narrowed out the details a little bit more, did a lot of moving around. Also, I want to apologize again for the bird who is in a screaming fit, and there's nothing I can do about it today. I just learned to love it. So I did a lot of work on her. I actually changed her color, or their colors a little bit, because I realized later on that he looked very monochromatic, and that frustrated me a lot. I was like, oh no, there's literally one color into this besides the skin, just about. But it turned out good, and I fixed it. Overall, I added this really pretty orange color to it, and I feel like it turned out really well. Sorry about if the art and the scene is a little on the jumpy-ish side. I don't know what is wrong with my program. My speed painting program just was like, yeah, no, we're just going to be glitchy. We're not going to have any smooth actual speed painting. No, that'd be too easy. Also, I know my layer quality is horrendous. I have a hard time with layers. I either do way too many or none. Yeah, so it's not fun at all. So what have you guys been listening to or watching lately? I've actually been watching a range of shows. Steven University and one. I have a friend who is trying to get me back into it, and I discovered after I finished drawing this and posting it on drew it on Twitch actually, the same name is mine, is my YouTube one, is her legs are actually very similar to like Garnet style, and I think that's really funny. I'm happy with it. I think the legs were my favorite part, but I didn't quite realize that they were very, very close to being like Garnet. Oh well, what can you do? I was very proud of this because this is one of the first few times that I've actually drew a chibi pretty seamlessly and correct. I have a hard time drawing the chibis with their face. I either want to add way too much detail on the face, or it just ends up looking weird and squashed and simple. Too simple. But this one turned out really good. I'm really proud of my little starfish hands. At least that's what it kind of looks like. Nothing but little flesh blob with nubs for fingers, which I should really incorporate that in my regular drawings, to be honest. I hate hands. I hate them. They're the bane of my existence. If you guys have any suggestions on some more colors, a better color for them, I'd be more than happy to take any suggestions on it. Because, I don't know, I'm not super happy. Like, I love the sweater. It's really cute. And the blue pants, which I just kind of look like a onesie almost, which, you know, is fine normally, but they're not a child. And so that makes it a little bit odd that it just kind of looks like they're wearing a onesie with an orange belt, now that I think about it later on. Yeah, and so instead of drawing like shoes, I just kind of drew these like little nubs. They almost look like if you put them together, they end up being like almost a heart, but just like little tiny like nubby feet and nubby hands. I basically just wanted to cheat out drawing feet or hands. That way I can do it on any angle I want. I used the, oh gosh, what tool is that? It's like the transforming tool. I used that tool to give like a perfect half circle of the stripes on their socks to make it a lot smoother and blend. Also, I do apologize for the background. I didn't realize how harsh it would be, and after recording it, like, it looked fine to my eyes when I was recording it, but now that I went to edit and post on YouTube, I was like, crap, you can't, makes it a little more difficult to see. So next time, I promise you I'll have a actual background instead of the zero background that I had for them. Yeah, and instead of doing the actual like full half circle, to make it more chibi, I rounded out both ends. Felt like that was a better way to go about doing it. And I'm pretty sure I fixed that eye later, but who knows with me, honestly. I could just stick like that. My flaming hair, now I know it doesn't quite look like it in this. It kind of looks like the hair is part of the skin, and I do have a better plan on to fixing that a little bit, but the face is actually nothing more than a mask that just sits on top of their head. I'm eventually going to, as weird as it sounds, cut off their neck a little bit and have a separation between head and neck, just to give it more of a floating, ethereal vibe. After I end up changing their clothing color and everything else, you know, when I decide to completely redesign them. Yeah. So this actually only took me an hour. It was around an hour or so to draw this entire thing, which is a long time, especially for something as simple as this, but I'm still kind of learning a little bit. See, there's where I fixed that eye. I also outlined it in bright blue so it kind of pops off of the background. But anyway, so I'm a little bit new still at drawing, and I'm still kind of struggling and learning a little bit. I am getting better, which is a good thing, but I end up doing a lot of times is I do with this chibi, it would make it a little easier where I didn't have to like scribble a lot, but normally I end up like scribbling out shapes, and then I do a rough sketch, and then I do a rough line art, and sometimes even do a full line art, and then I go to paint or coloring and shading, things like that, which I know is completely backwards, but you do what you can do. And it's getting better. It's taken me some time, but it will be getting better for me. So that's where I did it. So I colored the neck collar, and then when I was going back for the tail, I immediately took it off by accident, and I don't end up finishing coloring that until like 3 minutes before end of post. I just didn't realize I missed that the entire time. I know, I'm talented that way. Now the flaming hair is one of my favorite parts, because I just get through this entire like galaxy, and I do kind of know, looking at the star one that I had a moment ago, I wish I'd kept that. I didn't, but I kind of used a little bit of it, just so it would look too spotty and looks cool close up, but not so fantastic far away. But it took me forever to find the right brush for it, because it had to be like stars and stuff, and I was too lazy to actually dot the whole thing myself. It'd been way too much work, and I don't think it'd be as sporadic as it ended up turning to be. I was really happy with the color choices. I used a lot of greens, purples, bright blues. And surprisingly enough, the green is one of my favorite colors in this. I just feel like it looks very misty and spacey and full of life and fantasy. It was really fun. And there I just do a little bit of shading around to give it a little bit more pop. I try not doing it too super detailed because I didn't want to throw a whole lot of detail into the chibi form, but I knew if I didn't have at least enough detail, it wouldn't have turned out proper and it would have looked way too weird. So this right here, you know, the nose bit and that I'm fixing up and all that, took it off immediately. Really upset about that because it turned out I really liked it afterwards. Now that I'm looking at it, thought it looked great. Nope, took it off. Said nope to that. And just the last little bit, I'm doing some shading. I actually use a bright pink color for a lot of the shading and highlighting and some orange, but I think I mostly stick with the pink with this chibi form just to, like I said, I try to keep it a little bit more on the simple side, which I feel like I put more detail in it than I did the real one, but it's fine. I think it's still fairly simple. I didn't try to throw any backgrounds like I have been working on. Backgrounds are the bane of my existence more than hands are, but I'm working on it. I'm forcing myself to make more backgrounds. Sorry about that. Hadn't slept well last night. But this is Phantom. I was really proud of them. They are, just kind of give a little bit of background of Phantom, I guess. They are a ethereal being from space. More like space and time, kind of this ethereal being with a tail. They are like the embodiment of the galaxy, per se. They are neither male nor female. To give them off a little bit more of a human-esque appearance and still keep them comfortable, they wear a mask over their spot of a face, and to give it more life and color. They are actually, it was a lot of fun to draw them. They are slowly becoming my favorite thing to draw. Drew them a couple times, and gosh, it took me a million different tries to get to this design that I'm mostly happy with. I've redrew Phantom like 8 different times, and I finally have something I can say I'm mostly proud of. Kind of want to redesign the clothing a little bit and the neck area, but beyond that, I couldn't be happier with the way that they look. Besides hating myself for deciding to make such a hard galaxy every single time I want to draw them, but you know, it happens. Well, this is the end. I hope you really enjoyed. That was the finished product that's coming up right now. And I hope you really have a good rest of the day. Links in the description for my Twitch, and my Instagram. And if you'll click on one of the other videos I post, I'm trying to at least post once a month. I will be doing them more often though once I get a better workflow. Anyway, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and goodbye.